Can we take Dragunity, a meta threat from 2013, and make it as casually competitive as we can in this current meta?
I'm not good at letting love in, but I'm trying to make you think I don't need nothing. But I'm lying, I'm not good at letting love in, but I'm trying.
What is up, all of my beautiful dudes and dudettes? It's DarthNash6 here, and I am here to show you a new Dragunity deck profile. We all know that dragons have been at the heart of Yu-Gi-Oh! Since its inception. Kaiba had the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Joey had the Red Eyes Black Dragon, and so on and so forth. So when in 2011, a new structure deck that came out revolving around dragons, the player base wanted to know if it could be competitively viable. Eventually, in 2013, Dragunity became one of the main shells for dragon rulers, getting YCS tops all over the place once the baby dragons all got banned. Unfortunately, nowadays, Dragunity is mainly seen as the synchro and less playable version of Dragon Link. So what can we do to make it stand apart? How can we play it differently and still compete? Prepare yourself some yerba mate, grab your Dragunity cards, and let's sit down and figure out how we can make Dragunity casually competitive. If you're a returning viewer, you know that I always love to find new ways to play Dragunity. There's been my blind second OTK build, along with my pendulum version that I really tried to make work for a while. There are just so many players that love this deck, and I do not want us to get stuck in an echo chamber and essentially be playing the main version of the deck without thinking of other ways that this deck could possibly be played. This deck has evolved so much in the last 10 years that it's existed, and I want it to keep continuously evolving. And if you're new here, hello. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can see when I update decks into a more modern era from many, many years ago. So let's start off with what everybody is comfortable with when it comes to Dragunity. The Dragunity tuners and its winged beasts. We basically have the ratio that everybody knows of 3 to 1, along with 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, we play a ratio of 3 to 1 for both the tuners and the winged beasts. Remus is a Dragon Ravine, and both Remus and Legatus can special summon themselves when there's a Dragunity monster on board. Legatus, though, is slightly better because it can special summon itself from the hand if only Dragon Ravine is on board. Phalanx can be used for any synchro, whereas Kus can only be used for specifically a Dragunity synchro, yet it can be a level 2 or level 4. So that's why we're playing 2 Phalanx and 1 Kus, since Phalanx does have more versatility in this sense, where it does not Xeno-lock you, unlike Kus. Senatus can be activated when it's normal or special summon, so you don't get normal summon locked like Dux does, so it's got a little bit more versatility. Dux is a fantastic top deck when you are struggling to push for game. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not playing Senatus over here at 3. That's because you need a Dragunity card already in hand for Senatus's effect to work, thus making any combo that involves Senatus already an investment of 2 cards. And we play 1 Gisarme because that is how we're able to go into Ancient Fairy Dragon, because we do play more than one kind of field spell here in this deck. For the bigger dragons, we've got Arma Mistletoe and Arma Gram. Arma Mistletoe is a key part of the combo, and we only play 1 now because Dragunity Glow exists, and Arma Gram is amazing because it can special summon itself from the hand or the grave, and if we're special summoning it, it usually means we're banishing Tempest, and if you're banishing Dragon Ruler Tempest, that means you're getting Remus, which means you're getting Dragon Ravine. If you do want to play something like Crimson Dragon, Arma Gram is a fantastic card. We don't play Crimson Dragon in this build, but keep that in mind in case you want to edit this deck profile on your own. And for the last of the Dragunity cards, we play the OG, one of the most powerful field spells of all time, Dragon Ravine, and 1 Dragunity Glow. Dragunity Glow searches level 5 or higher Dragunity monsters, and everybody knows what Dragon Ravine does. This right now is where the deck changes a little bit, so you might not be comfortable with what you're seeing. We play a small Kashtira package of triple Fenrir, 1 Rise Heart, and triple Raitso. So we play Fenrir because on its own, it is a fantastic piece of interaction and interruption. It's able to contest a lot of boards when you're going second, but going first for us, it means that we're able to search Rise Heart and go into Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon. Now, Raid Raptor Arsenal Falcon lets you special summon any level 4 winged beast, so we're able to bring out Senatus and thus get our entire Dragunity package online. I really like the inclusion of this package, and it has been able to help me when I lose the die roll and I'm going second. Up next are what I call the engine cards for Dragunity. They're not Dragunity cards, but they're used in enough Dragunity decks that they have basically become honorary Dragunity cards, or Dragon Link cards you could even think of in and of themselves. For just some pendulum cards, we've got triple Revolution Dragon, which can search the Chaos Emperor Dragon of Armageddon. Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, if you scale it and then pop it, can be used to monster reborn any fusion, Ixies, or synchro dragon monster. So usually what you're doing is bringing back any of your used Dragunity synchros to extend your plays or playthrough interruption. It also can search Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, which is essentially a free level 8 that you can bring on board to help you synchro or link climb. What's really cool is that if you do pitch Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon, you already have a light engrave to special summon Chaos Emperor, and Blackwing Zephyros the Elite is more often than not going to be the dark that you banish. What's really cool about Chaos Emperor Dragon is that when it is scaled, if you pay 1,000 life points, you are able to special summon any banished dragon, and thanks to how a lot of the cards work, specifically the level 10 Dragunity Synchros, along with Armagram or even Tempest, you are banishing a lot of dragons in this deck. For the other non-Dragunity cards, we've got 2 Mist Valley Baby Rock, 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, 1 Samsara Dragon, and everybody's favorite, now eroded, hard once per turn, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. I play 2 Mist Valley Baby Rock instead of 1 because I know that the games are going to go on longer, and I do need that sense of backup. Now, this might throw people for a bit of a loop, but instead of just playing Tempest and Gold Sarcophagus, I also play triple Lightning. Anytime I've seen Lightning in my opening hand, I know that this is just another way that I'm going to be able to get closer to bringing out Dragon Ravine. Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms, is a level 7 that is going to be able to help me get into Arsenal Falcon if I have a Kashtira monster in hand, or Tempest is going to become the dragon that I will banish to special summon Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon if I bounce it to hand with Zephyros. There's so many different ways that you can get to Dragon Ravine. If you do not like Lightning, this is a flex spot right here where you can take these out and put in 3 hand traps. This is just something I've been trying out, and I have been seeing a lot of success with it, and I have really been enjoying it. And based on how the ban lists have been going for the TCG, OCG, and Master Duel, there is a good chance that all of the Dragon Rulers are eventually going to come off the list, so I have been testing with this with that in mind. And for the last 3 cards to make this deck round out to 43, I play triple Pot of Prosperity. Pot of Prosperity is just such a good card for decks that are rogue decks. Being able to look 3 to 6 cards deep into your deck to be able to find that missing combo piece, that missing extender, or a piece of interaction is so integral to the necessity of rogue decks to be at a competitive level. And remember, what we do here on this channel is make things casually competitive. Right now, let's hop into the extra deck. We run 6 Dragunities here. We've got Gaydurg, the big bad level 6 that the whole deck runs on right now because it's a soft once per turn. Vajrayana, the other level 6. F in the chat for those who remember when Vajrayana was a mandatory 3 of in this deck. We will remember. Barca, it's our level 8 Soul Charge. Dragunity Knight Ascalon, the non-once per turn banisher. Dragunity Knight Wraithbear, the bigger, better Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon because it can negate and banish. So remember, in this current format, we're going into Year of the Fire with Fire Kings. Raid Bear is huge. And one Dragunity Knight Romulus, which is the Link 2 that everybody knows of. It doesn't only search Dragon Ravine, it also searches any Dragunity spell trap. For those who don't know, Gay Durg, once per turn, non-hard ones per turn, so soft ones per turn, you can add any level 4 or lower dragon or winged beast, and then you can pitch any dragon or winged beast in your hand. Vajrayana on summon targets a Dragunity tuner engrave and equips it to itself. Barca on summon equips as many Dragunity dragons that are in your grave to it. Ascalon, you banish a Dragunity from grave to target and banish a monster on your opponent's side of the field. Ascalon, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish a Dragunity in grave to negate and banish. And then Romulus, I already told you what Romulus does. For the heretics, we've got Atum, which special summons any dragon, but reduces its attack to 0. And then Spheres, which is a compulse that if it's tributed, can special summon any dragon from deck, but reduces its attack to 0. This is also known as full Dragon Link combo. For 2 randos, we've got Ancient Fairy Dragon, that is a good bridge between our Kashtira and Dragunity decks. And then Arsenal Falcon, which is the other bridge between the Kashtira and Dragunity packages. For our negators, we've got Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon and Borreload Savage Dragon. I feel like I don't really need to explain what these guys do because they've been being played for years now. We've got Bestial Dispatter because it is a fantastic piece of dragon support thanks to the Bestials. And then for our OTK enablers, if we're going second, we play Trident Dragon, which represents 9,000 points of damage, and Boral Sword Dragon, which can clean up most boards for an easy OTK. So that's it. That's the deck right there, and I hope you guys liked it and have learned a little bit of how I play it. I love Dragunity, and I am always trying to push the boundaries of what the deck is capable of and what the deck actually does. Its major weakness that I've noticed upon playing it for 10 years is that it's just a glass cannon deck, so I've tried to build it a bit with that in mind. That's why I added the Kashtira package so that I could add that bit of a grind game to it. And this version has actually been seeing success, as we can see on a recent video that MCO40 did about a month ago here. Please let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy playing Dragunity and how you would make changes to this deck profile. I hope that you have a fantastic day. I'll catch you around.